Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Kate if you are new here. So in today's video, I thought that I would do a little chit chat get ready with me since I've never done one of those before. I feel like in a talkative mood today, not that anybody cares, but I don't know, sometimes I get in these moods and I just want to like talk. Okay. So I'm just gonna get started and do my makeup. Like, am I supposed to like tell you guys what I'm using? I don't even know. Sorry if I'm like looking over here. I have my mirror over there so I can actually see like what I'm doing. How are you guys? Like, what's going on? Are you guys going back to school? I feel so bad for the people going back to school. Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's like a handful of people that I know that really enjoy school. So, I mean, talking about like college, not like high school or anything. This is my second year of not going back to school. If you guys didn't know, I went to college right after I graduated high school, and it was probably the stupidest decision I've ever made in my life. I think I've talked about this before on my channel, but I like deleted the video, or I put it on private or something just because I didn't like it and I looked so stupid, but that's besides the point. I used to go to LaSalle College. I only went for one semester, and when I started going there, my major was fashion merchandising, and you're probably like, what? Like, why? I don't know. I'm really into fashion, and I just like had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, so I was like, I'll just do that, because my good friend Emily was also going to that school and she was doing fashion as well, and we were like, oh my god, we can be roommates, like, oh my god, it would be so fun. So that is what we ended up doing. She doesn't go there anymore, and I'll get to that in a sec, but we ended up going to LaSalle College. We were roommates for one semester. We only lasted one semester at that school. Her, it was just like not her fit of a school, and me, I just hated school. Like, I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be going to college. So yeah, we had like a really hard time there, and all we would do was like cry in our beds and like just sit there and listen to sad music. All of our other friends would be like at parties and like actually doing stuff, and we would literally be like in our beds at 8 o'clock on a Friday night just crying because we hated it so much. And I don't want to say it was like the school itself, because it was a beautiful school. Like, it was a very beautiful campus. It was kind of weird because the school is like in the middle of a town. Like, it's not like your average school campus where everything around you is just the school. This was like in the middle of a neighborhood, and it was kind of weird but also kind of cool at the same time. I don't know. We literally just hated it there so much. She wanted to transfer and go to a different school. I just didn't want to be at school, and I should have listened to my mother, because she told me that I should just wait, figure out what I want to do instead of just jumping into going to school, because I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, I just picked my major because I like clothes, and I really was excited to room with Emily. I was like, Mom, I'm just gonna go, like, leave me alone. I need to figure this out. Like, I want to go. I felt like I wanted to go just because everybody else was going, and that's like the thing to do when you graduate high school, is go to college. I don't know. I just felt like that I should be going. I should be getting a degree, because both my parents didn't go to school, and I kind of was like looking at that and like being like, well, I want to be the first one to go to school. Yeah, so I just like took that as like, oh well, I want to go to school, like I want to be different than my parents, you know. But my mom knew that I like wasn't ready to go to school. She knew how much I hated school and how I was just over it, and that's not like really what I want to do in my life. I decided to go anyways, and it was so sad because move-in day, I just remember everything was going wrong. Like, literally anything possible was just going wrong. They were saying that something to do with like my financial aid and like everything was like messed up or something on the website, and they couldn't give me my room key. And so I just remember having to go like back and forth, going to different buildings trying to get my whole financial aid thing fixed and trying to get my room key. And so like everybody else everything was going perfectly smooth, and I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I had no idea know what the hell was going on. And I just felt so like out of place because everybody like already knew what they were doing. I mean, that's probably not true because I mean, like, you're going in your freshman year of college. Like, I'm sure everybody didn't know what they were doing, but it just felt that way. And to have such a hard time just moving into my dorm room my freshman year, like my first year of college, like this is my first impression, everything was just going bad. I think from that day I like knew like this isn't for me. I'm not gonna last here, but I didn't want to admit that to myself because I mean, I can't really judge the first day. Still, I just had something telling me like this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. So as the year went on, I changed my major to health science because I was like, you know what, maybe I want to get into nursing, because you can't go wrong with nursing. I think it was like 2 weeks into the school year, which is like really early, but like I didn't know like what I was doing with the whole fashion thing. So I just switched my major. Oh my god, that was probably like the dumbest decision of my life. I had to switch into a biology class and it was all seniors because all of the other classes were already like booked up. I had to be in a class with all seniors. I was the only freshman in that class, and that alone just made me feel so intimidated because I was like the little idiot freshman in a biology class, like, hello, what's up guys? I had no idea what I was doing. That class was the hardest class I have ever taken in my entire life, and I don't even feel bad about it because none of the seniors in that class knew what was going on either. Like my teacher or my professor was like so advanced. Oh my god, it was just it was a mess. I was failing that class actually. She wanted to talk with me one day and like she was like, oh, like what do you want to do with your major? And I was like, be a nurse. Like I don't even know, but I was like lying to myself as I was like talking to her, just sitting down with her, like talking about my future, about being a nurse was just it just felt so wrong. Like I know that I wasn't put on this earth to be a nurse. I don't know, that's just not my thing. I don't vibe with that, you know? That sounds so stupid, but like I don't know, that's just not my thing. And so as the year went on, all I did was cry. Like I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. I knew college wasn't for me. I didn't want to go there. I didn't even want to transfer. I just didn't want to be at school at all. I talked with my mom about it. She was very supportive of me, but my dad wasn't so supportive just because he didn't go to school and blah blah blah. He wants me to have a successful future. But I can't thank my mom enough for like actually believing in me. She knows me more than anybody else. That woman is my Lord and Savior. I love her so much. But anyways, so I told her and she was like, all right, well, you just need to finish the semester and then you can leave. And that alone, I was like, I don't even want to finish the semester. Like I don't even want to be here. It just was like a whole shit show for me. The semester ended in the middle of December and we had this talk. Like I think I told her, it was like the beginning of November when I told my parents that I didn't want to go to school anymore, and so I had to stick it out for a whole month and a half, and that was legit torture. But the one thing that kept me going was I actually dropped my biology class because I just like couldn't take it anymore. Like that alone was making me so depressed and not wanting to go to school because like I was literally just failing the class and I had no idea what was going on, and it's not like I didn't study. Like I studied my ass off and I just couldn't grasp that class. It was so difficult for me. I dropped that class, and then as December came to an end, I was so happy that I didn't have to go back. Like, oh my god, it was kind of sad because I made some good friends there and I still talk to them to this day, but I was so happy to be leaving. It was probably like the best day of my life when I didn't have to go back to school. But yeah, so I don't go to school. I'm just trying to do this, you know? I don't know, I'm really into business and marketing and building a brand for yourself. That is what I want to do in life. Like I want to do YouTube. I eventually want to have my own clothing line. Like that's the stuff I'm into. I don't want to be working for other people. I want to be working for myself, and that's just like how I've always been. Like I don't enjoy going to school. Like I don't believe that you need school to, I mean, like obviously if you're going to be a nurse or like a doctor or something, you need to go to school. Like you need a degree in that stuff. It's 2019, that's what you need to do. for my type of career path that I want to take, I don't need to go to school. Like, I could if I wanted to and like be a business major, but I don't believe that you need a degree to do this stuff. And that's just me. Everybody has their own opinion, but yeah, school isn't my thing. I don't like going. I just remember everybody wanting to go to parties and like drink and all of this stuff, and that's not my thing. Like, I would rather be in my bed. I've talked about this before. Like, that's not how I roll, and it just felt like that's all school was about. Like, that's all anybody cared about. And obviously I could have gone to school and not even thought about that, but I don't like school in general, so all of the partying and the drinking and everything just made it so much worse. Like, I was like, what am I doing here? I don't even know. But that is my whole school story. I can't believe summer is almost over, but I'm so excited for fall because fall is one of my favorite seasons of all time. Yeah, it's like so weird seeing some of my friends go back to school and everything. It's like, oh my god, if I was going back to school, I don't even know what I would do with myself. Like, you couldn't pay me to go to school. It's not my thing, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't believe that you need to be going to school. If you're in school right now and you don't like it, like, literally just drop out. Like, just fucking stop. Like, you're wasting so much money to do something that you don't even know if you want to do. I mean, it's so expensive to go to school nowadays, and it's like sad because half of my friends, I talk to them and they're like, yeah, I don't even know like what I'm doing. Like, I don't even know what I want to do. And it's like, that's why I left, because I'm not sure. Well, I actually was sure. I was like, this isn't like what I'm doing. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. So that is why I left. Half of my friends like don't even know what they want to be doing, and it's like, sis, drop out. Like, I don't know why everybody feels so obligated to just like get it done, you know? I'm only 20 years old. I have plenty of time. Sometimes I get in these moods when I'm like worried about it, and I'm like, well, what if I don't make it? But that is the first step to failure, my friends. Like, you have to believe in yourself, or else you're never gonna get what you want in your life, you know? Like, you have to work for it, you have to ask for it, you just need to believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will. If you're going through a struggle in your life, I believe in you. Please just take a step back and ask yourself, do I really want to be going to school right now? Do I know what I want? And if you want to be going to school and you know what you want, that's fine. I am just saying from my personal experience, if you are seriously truly not ready and you do not know what you want for your career, I suggest taking the time, you know, working and just not going to school and figuring that out on your own, because it seriously will come to you. My career was always in the back of my mind, but I just didn't believe that I could get there, and I'm not gonna stop believing, because that is what I want in my life. I feel like if you're seriously in a rut and you don't know what you're doing, if you're not sure if college is for you and you're going because your parents want to, this is when you need to grow a sack and talk with your parents about going to school, because I don't believe in that shit. Like, oh, my parents want me to go to school. Like, it's not your parents' life, and I get it. Like, they want you to be successful in your life, but there's so many other ways to be successful nowadays, people. Like, you don't need to live by your parents' rules. And I'm not saying like rebel against your parents, like fuck them. I'm just saying that they don't understand the time that we live in nowadays. There's so many other options than going to school to be successful in your life. It's honestly so crazy, and I'm like really grateful that I live in this era. And some people are like, oh my god, I was born in the wrong era, like fuck this. I'm actually extremely grateful I was born, because, you know, we wouldn't have technology like we do today. Like, it's insane, and this is exactly what I want to be doing in my life. I don't believe in doing everything for your parents. I'm really not trying to like get anybody in trouble here, but you need to speak up for yourself, because if you don't speak up for yourself, you're never going to get what you want in your life, you know? I used to be so shy as a person and like never say anything, but I've gone through some shit in my life, and that made me step out of my comfort zone. Now I seriously just like don't give a shit. It's your life. You need to live it the way you want to live it, and you need to do shit for yourself, okay? Okay, I don't know, I just like feel really bad for people who are like, I'm only going to school like for my parents because my parents want me to go to school and blah blah blah. You need to talk with your parents, because if you don't say something, like, who knows, maybe they'll truly support you and just not even have a problem with it. But I know some people, their parents are like so anal about school and college and good grades and all that stuff, but this is the time when you need to realize that you're your own person. Like, you need to be doing things for yourself. You can't have a career because your parents want you to be a doctor, your parents want you to be a nurse. Like, if you don't like that, don't fucking do it, you know? It's just not fair, man. Like, you need to be doing things for yourself. That is like the one thing I learned when I didn't go to school. My dad didn't agree with me like at all. I don't really care because I don't have a good relationship with my dad, and I know what I want in life and I'm working towards that, and that's fine. Like, you know, it's different if you don't want to go to school and you just like want to be a bum and just like not do anything and not work. That's a totally different story. Like, if you're going to school and you don't like it and you just like want to not do anything, you should be doing something. Like, if you don't want to be going to school, you should be working and making that coin if you don't know like what you want to do yet. But I don't think that you should be sitting at home doing nothing, because you're just wasting your precious time. Like, that is the time that you could be using to actually figure out what you want to do. Yeah, that is like my little school spiel. It's so weird, like the summer went by so quickly. Not that I care, I mean, because I'm not going back to school. So crazy. Like, I feel like summer is the only season that goes by so quickly. I'm honestly so excited for fall. Like, I love fall so much. And I'm actually going on a trip in September, September 16th. I'm not gonna say what it is because I kind of want it to be like a little surprise. Not that anybody cares, but yeah, so I needed to get a passport for this trip. So I am traveling out of the country, which I'm kind of nervous about because it's the first time that I've ever traveled outside of the country. So I needed to get a passport for this trip, and that was a whole freaking process, let me tell you. I needed to get my passport expedited, and I needed to go to the actual passport agency to get it because I'm leaving so soon that it wouldn't get here in time. So I had to go into Boston all by myself and go to this passport agency, and I walk in there and you have to go through security, which I understand, but I just like wasn't expecting that at all. I was like, oh my god, like what am I doing? And so as I was going through like the little metal detector thing, it went off and everybody was like, oh my god, like everybody looked so scared, and I was like, guys, like it's probably my jewelry, and it ended up being my little bracelet. And so that was like so funny. Everybody looked so scared. The guy looked so scared. He was like, do you have anything on you? And I was like, bro, like, no, it's my freaking jewelry, for crying out loud. But yeah, that was a whole process. It cost me $235 just to get my passport because this is the first time I've ever getting one and I need to get it expedited. But I'm so excited to be traveling again. I'm so excited and I can't wait to vlog it, and I'm gonna be posting about it so much. So if you want to know where I'm going, you should definitely follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is just my first and last name, Caitlin DGR, and I will also be uploading vlogs and stuff when I leave, so make sure you subscribe to see those. You know, when you're like home for so long, you're just like, I need to leave, like I can't be here anymore. That's how I feel like every month. So that's another thing that I think is really important in your life, is traveling, because then you find out what you like and what you don't like, and you know, like different opportunities you have. Just so important to see the world other than like where you live. I think that's really important, and it's just so much fun. Traveling the world is honestly one of the best things. Like, it's just so fun to see like the different cultures, how different people are, and like how nice they can actually be than where you live, because I'm from Boston and people are fucking jerks here. Like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. Like, nobody knows how to drive, everybody's an asshole, like, and it's honestly just like known here. Like, nobody gets into fights about it. Like, if someone almost crashes into me, I don't even bother beeping anymore because it's just like the norm. Like, it's so normal. And if I'm like anywhere else, it's just like funny because everybody gets so mad, and I'm just like, that's like normal for me. Anyways, it's just so much fun to see the world, and I'm just like so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Wow, I'm already done. That was so fast. I'm like sad. I want to keep talking. This is the finished makeup. It's basically the same as I always do. Like nothing has changed. I swap out products here and there, but I mean basically just like the same thing. But if you guys want more makeup videos, definitely let me know, because I don't like doing them so much because I feel like all of them are the same. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're going back to school or you're already in school, I hope you have a wonderful year. If you don't know what you're doing with your life, seriously, please take everything that I said into consideration, because I literally pray for people who like just need to figure themselves out, because it's so hard and it's so much pressure because like everybody else is doing their own thing and everything else. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.